Welcome back. Gavin Newsom in major trouble after massive fraud bust. This has happened 15 hours ago, so let's go ahead and break down. In this case, we're going to be breaking down about birth, children raised, and growth development or birthright citizenship while reacting to the comments from Sarah A. Smith and calling out leaderships like Gavin Newsom. And we're going to be a lot more stuff going on too. I'm going to be dropping more videos and everything like that as well today, throughout the day. So let's go ahead and get to the shit. Get to the video, shall we?
For y'all, doing fraud, taking advantage of people, stealing money, buying votes, having dead people vote. Y'all, I hope y'all burn for what y'all doing to our country.
You inside a major fraud bust totaling tens of millions of dollars.
Newsom's press office they posted a photo of Nick Shirley, like a fake Nick Shirley, like a meme, like Nick Shirley peeking into windows. Like, hey, he's doing your job. He's uncovering fraud, and what you're doing is mocking him?
FBI SWAT making simultaneous arrests of hospice owners accused of bilking millions from federal taxpayers. Do you have anything to say about those charges?
I don't know anything.
Have you got anything to say about these accusations?
We've been investigating for 4 years. Before we get to this, I want to talk about Tatum Store just real quick. I want you guys to know. Go to tatumstore.com, tatumstore.com. Be on the lookout for the new merch that's coming out. We'll see if we're going to launch the I Support Erica Kirk shirt. I already have the shirt. I just don't know if I want to launch it. I want to get with Erica to make sure that, you know, we can send proceeds from the shirt to something that she's into and that she wanted to go to. So, because I don't want to just be doing it and then everybody complain about, Brandon, you made the money off of it. And now we will work with her to get it to where she wanted to go. So, we'll make a survey. I want to hear from you guys. Y'all saw yesterday that the Supreme Court.
To start a podcast with Riverside, all you need is a concept and a way to record it. Here's how it works. First, go to riverside.fm and open an account, and then you'll be able to capture high-quality video and audio from practically anywhere in the world. When it comes to editing, Riverside is perfect for beginners. Even if you have zero experience, you can use their AI tools and intuitive editing features to create a professional-looking result. You can get transcriptions automatically and use them to edit like a doc, or you can use the chapter timeline feature, which makes it way easier just to skim and scan. Ready to share? Well, it's okay if you don't have an audience yet. Everybody starts somewhere, and Riverside has perfect tools to help you grow your audience, like live streaming if you're into that, or you can use their AI tools to create automated short clips that you can post on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok to increase your engagement. Your podcast really is just one click away with Riverside. Just bring your idea, we'll do the rest. Try it now, it's free.
Welcome to the world's largest invention factory. In here, we design, test, and produce hundreds of new inventions. You may have heard of some, like the Can Pump, the Hover Creeper, or Twister Bolt, which have millions of units sold. And you can find lots of our inventions associated with big brand names, like Paula Deen, Pepsi, Disney, and more. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's introduce you to the man himself, George Davison. He'll show you around.
Hi, I'm George Davison, founder of the company. And like you, I'm an inventor. Back when I started the company, our mission was to figure out a better way to invent. And we did. This is a younger me, back in a major retail store with one of our first big inventions. It was over 30 years ago. And at that time, we were a small family-owned company. We were operating out of my grandfather's house, which we call the Red House. It's where we did all of our inventing and built all of our prototypes. Since then, we've been making big changes. We've created America's largest invention factory, and it has everything an inventor needs under one roof. Come on, let's take a look. Every day, the creationeers of Davison work in tandem with inventors all over the world to build the products of the future. Using our proprietary process, our experienced team will help bring an idea in your head into something tangible that you can hold in your hand. We've designed the factory to immerse our team in creative spaces that'll foster their ingenuity. I mean, when you look around, you'll see talented workers who've mastered the art of turning product ideas into product solutions. You can find a brainstorming meeting up in our treehouse, or a design team hard at work in our very own motor speedway. Maybe you'll find a creationeer cooking up ideas in our kitchen, or right here in Invent-A-Lot Castle. Hey, what do we have, guys? Ooh, look at that. That looks good. Way to go. All right, let's get that one made. When an idea is ready to come to life, it's time to make a prototype. And every prototype that we build, it's assembled right here on our build line. You know, it takes a whole team to make those parts. We're cutting in the wood shop and connecting in the metal shop. Electronic components are programmed and tested in the robot. There are sewing machines in the crafty cottage and a variety of 3D printers running to make the necessary pieces for a great prototype. From there, the folks in the paint shop will add the finishing touches. After that, it's up to the packaging, photography, and video departments to create visual materials that will tell the invention's story. While our photographers capture and create images of the prototype, the graphic design team is using colors, shapes, and images to tell the story. And the package design team, well, they'll put it all together into a three-dimensional reality. In fact, we're all about storytelling, and that's why we have our studio space. In here, our video team can help to tell the story of any product, big or small. Cut! Good work.
Had an argument. Donald Trump was the first person in history to argue at the Supreme Court. I think he was the first person in history to argue in the Supreme Court on behalf of not allowing people to have anchor babies. We all know, all of us who have common sense, we know that why wouldn't you, if you want to be in America, take your narrow behind over here, have a baby, and then now you're stuck here. Now the government has a harder time getting rid of you. If you don't want to do it the right way, that's the alternative way to do it. Who wouldn't do that? We know that that's what they're doing. That's why we need to stop the birthright stuff, especially for people who are not citizens. What are we talking about? All right, roll the clip.
Federal agents swooping in this morning to raid what they are calling maternity tourism rings. The ring helps pregnant women, most of them in this area from China, illegally travel to the U.S. to give birth to American babies. NBC4's Hetty Chang has more from Orange County.
Just after sunrise, they are ready to roll. Our cameras are there as dozens of federal investigators storm into the Carlisle apartments in Irvine.
You come here in the evening, you see all the pregnant women walking around.
Investigators say this building and at least 20 other locations they raided in LA, Orange, and San Bernardino counties double as maternity hotels.
People who come from China to the United States for the sole purpose
of having a baby so they can become citizens. Now, you see 20 different locations. That means that people need to go to jail, right? Somebody's organizing this. Who is it? I bet you $400 billion that people in law enforcement in the state of California knew this was going on. People driving down the street are like, man, that's weird. All these pregnant women at this place, that's weird. All these pregnant Chinese women at this one building. That's kind of interesting. Stevie Wonder can see they're doing something crazy, but the government don't want to do anything about it. Why? Because they want as many illegal aliens to become citizens in this country so they can control the next demographic of people, so they can have control and influence forever. You Negroes, they're done with you. You useful idiots, they're done with you. They had enough of y'all. Y'all can't do nothing. Y'all killing each other out. They can't use y'all no more. So now they go into the next thing. And then they want the low information voters, people that may not understand American culture, so then they can change culture. Then they can change history because y'all not embodied in the American experience. So they can gear you in whatever direction. They bring you over here, let you be poor, be on the government dole. That's what they do. Get the Mexicans over here. People been working these jobs for a century now. Oh, get the Mexicans over here, pay them less. Let them have as many kids as they can. Oh, now the population is now 40% of people who don't have an attachment to America. And then you trick them. You know what? If you want to be a citizen, vote for me. We'll give you permanent citizenship. You'll be here and bring all your mom and your cousin in here. They will vote for you any day of the week. And then they do nothing for you like they did the black people. And then they go on to the next group.
I thought a HELOC was my only...
I hope these people burn in hell for doing the various things to the people of this country. Not the pregnant women. I don't count them because they just doing what's available. But you government officials and you politicians who knew that you were doing this, I hope you burn in hell. Why do you say that, Brandon? There are people right now that are working hard and paying all this money in taxes, risking their life for us to do things in this country, and all you doing is fraud. People struggling, paying taxes, and y'all doing fraud. Hard-earned money, people working their butt off their whole life. And you've been taking taxes from these people their whole life for you to do fraud. Our country will be united if it wasn't for y'all. Doing fraud, taking advantage of people, stealing money, buying votes, having dead people vote. Y'all, I hope y'all burn for what y'all doing to our country. California is so beautiful. And y'all screwing it. The light rail to nowhere. Hundreds of billions of dollars blown. The homelessness crisis. California should be under utopia. Weather is good all year. And y'all effing it over. Gavin Newsom, dirty devils. Hope you get what you deserve. Next clip. Let's go.
Tourism. It's booming. In 2023, over 300,000 babies were born to unauthorized or legal temporary immigrant mothers. Add that in total. It's 9% of the U.S. births in that given year.
Good. That's enough. You see that number? That's crazy as a mofo. All right, let's get Stephen A. Smith real quick.
What I'm asking, as American citizens in the United States of America, do you or do you not have a problem with birthright citizenship?
Come on, Stephen.
I do. And I'm a brother that loves my Latino brothers and sisters.
Hold on. He almost said a big booty Latina. I know, Stephen A. You almost said it. He said, I'm a brother that love them big booty, my Latino brothers and sisters. Go back, man. I swear Stephen A. was about to say it. I swear he's like, hey, I'm a brother that love them big booty Latinos. Come on, Stephen, go.
I do. And I'm a brother that loves my Latino brothers and sisters. Absolutely love them. And I'm talking about, and I see people in impoverished areas, and you know, where tyranny is reigning, and whether it's from Haiti or other places, and I'm like, damn, we gotta help them. We're the richest country in the world. I got it. We gotta help them. To me, if I was the president, I'd do everything I can to make sure the border was closed. But in the same breath, I wouldn't be trying to bother too many people here, other than the criminals. Because we're a gorgeous mosaic, and folks, migrants helped build this country. But we are in desperate times. And when we gonna realize that? We're 39 trillion in debt. Our economy is not strong. It's threatening to unravel before our very eyes. Unemployment isn't dissipating. There's been crime. There's pestilence and poverty. There's a lot going on in this country, and there's a lot of evidence that gives people cause to pause and make them scared of the state of affairs that exist in our nation. How do you resolve that? If you're just letting people walk in, especially people who intentionally cross the border illegally just to give birth to a kid on American soil to ensure that they're American citizens. And it's clear that that's the intent. What do you do then?
Preach.
Would I handle things differently if I were the president? You're damn right I would.
Come on, Bishop.
Do I think he's done a lot of things wrong? You're damn right I do.
Come on now.
Not everything. Not everything.
Say it again.
And I just had to say that about birthright citizenship. Remember, it was originally, 14th Amendment, really originally came into play.
Come on.
Sure that enslaved people
Come on.
brought to this country forcibly
Come on.
be American citizens. But the language was vague and everybody got to use it.
On the backs of black
to their
people.
advantage.
On the backs of black
What the
people.
president is saying now is it wasn't meant for everybody.
Come on.
Supreme Court, or rather the Constitution, wasn't definitive with that in its language. And the Supreme Court has interpreted it as such. But it doesn't mean that a compelling argument can't be made for it. To address us, especially if as a nation we are in a state of emergency.
All right, I got
Some.
it. Stephen A. on top of it.
Wow.
It's very clear. We live in a time, and I'm gonna get to Jaden real quick because I was up all night talking about Jaden Ivey to myself because my wife ain't here, so I was talking to myself. Bro, we live in a time where human beings are the stupidest as they've ever been. God is my witness. We're stupider than we've ever been in the history of the world. When I say stupid, I'm not talking about ignorant. I'm talking about stupid. That's willful stupidity. Ignorance, at one point we were ignorant. We didn't have technology. People couldn't read and all this other stuff throughout the history of mankind. Now we have all the capabilities and things that we need to be successful and smart and in tune with what's going on, and we stupid. Everybody got a Bible, and we stupider than we ever been. Why in the funnel cake are we arguing about whether a man should be in a woman's sport? Why are we arguing should illegal aliens be able to come over in our country to thwart immigration by having a baby on American soil to make them an American citizen when you can't do that in no other country in the world? None. You can't go to Canada and do it, or Mexico. You can't go to China. Where else can you do this at? You go to Israel and have a baby. You go have an Israeli citizen? No. Nowhere in the world are they doing this. Nowhere. And we arguing over. We got grown people with degrees at the Supreme Court arguing over stupid stuff. What is a woman? Ketanji Brown Jackson don't know what a woman is. You took biology at some point in grade school. You got a doctorate degree. You are a Supreme Court justice, and you say you don't know what a woman is. And you a woman with a JJ. And you gotta go to the store and get that thing that you got every month. And you don't know what a woman is, Ketanji Brown Jackson. You got kids. I think she got kids. So there's something that can't. You got legs up like this at the hospital. And you don't know what a woman is? Push.